What is going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with my first Browns regular season game preview video of the year as the Browns begin the 2025 regular season at home in the Dog Pound against our little brothers from down in Southwest Ohio, the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, before I dig into this game, I'm sure y'all are wondering, am I going to go in on a certain somebody that we all know on here, right? Because remember, a few weeks ago, I said in my Rams Browns preseason week 3 game preview video that if that video got 10 likes or more, I would go in on a certain somebody that we all know. I'm not going to mention his name because honestly, he doesn't deserve to have his name mentioned on my channel. Although you already know who he is. I don't even need to say his name. I mean, it's the only Bungles fan that I've really been beefing with for the longest time. And no, I'm not talking about my dude, Ohio Game Talks. By the way, speaking of which, I will be on OGT's channel on Saturday night to talk about the game. And I'm going to try, keyword try, to keep it civil and not really talk a lot of garbage. Unless he's down to talk a little shit, then I mean, hey, I'd happily oblige. But yeah, when it comes to you know who, I'm not really gonna go in on him. I mean, why? Why would I waste my time going in on someone like him? Right? I mean, seriously, why? Things to do. Right? Me, and if I had to say a little something about him, it's the fact that he might be the easiest YouTuber on here to troll ever. I mean, my God, you go into his streams and stuff, you see our troll accounts. I mean, I've always wondered why my streams have been so quiet when it comes to the lack of trolls. It's because they're all in his streams, trolling the hell out of him. And he feeds into it, right? Of course, one thing I've found out recently is he is so easy to bait on Twitter, right? All you gotta do is tweet something about the Bungles and boom, he pops up replying to you. And most of the time, he'll just repeat the same garbage over and over and over again, right? I mean, if you want to see what me and him were talking about before, just check my Twitter. By the way, if you haven't followed me on Twitter, I highly suggest you do so at CrazyDogYT. But yeah, me and him have definitely been going at it on Twitter over the past couple months, really since the schedule came out. You know, just going back and forth. But yeah, I'm not going to waste my time on video talking about him. We all saw what happened the last time I really went after him in 2023. You know, he said something stupid in his preview video talking about they were going to blow us out. And I swiftly responded with a funny ass meme video that actually banged on my channel. Yeah, it was a low key banger. And yeah, we saw what happened when the Browns played that game later that week. Yeah, they put belt to ass on the Bungles. And not to mention, I did watch Dashy's video earlier today, and I noticed, yeah, by the way, that's who I'm talking about, Dashy. If you haven't figured it out by now, can't believe it took you that long to figure it out. But yeah, I've noticed in his latest video, his preview video today, he didn't really talk crap about the Browns. All he really did was just talk about the game. And I'm thinking, those constant beatings that we kept giving the Bungles over the years really wore him down. That dude used to always talk crap about the Browns, right? Not anymore, right? Remember when he tried to be a trash talker? Yeah, let's just say not not good. I know I tried to be a TTC trash talker too, but that's not my thing. It's pretty clear from the beginning. That's not my thing. My thing is doing these videos, you know, previews, talking about the game, you know, maybe throwing a little shade here and there, but yeah, 8 weeks and stuff, just not my thing. Still gonna trash talk a little bit though, of course, right? Just do it in these preview videos because I know how YouTube is with hate videos, right? They see hate in a video and they don't like that very much. So I started mixing my trash talk in my preview videos, especially for the rivals, of course, right? But yeah, I'm not really gonna waste a lot of time talking about that dude, you know, because it really doesn't deserve it. So that's all he's gonna get from me. So with that being said, let's dig into this game. In fact, before I do, let's take a look at the depth chart heading into week one. And there's really nothing different compared to the preseason, right? The starters are all pretty much the same. Of course, some players did change their numbers. Of course, there is one relatively new face, and that is Isaiah Bond. We're actually going to see him in a little bit of action on Sunday. That'll be fun. I would not be shocked to see Kevin Stefanski utilize Isaiah Bond in what I call the Stefanski special, aka the jet sweep or the reverse play that he always runs. I've said before, that play stares at Kevin in the playbook like the Green Goblin mask from the Spider-Man movie. Remember that scene where the Green Goblin's in the alley and the mask is in the trash can and it's staring at him, talking to him? You know? That's what that play does to Kevin. It's like, come on, Kevin, use me. They ain't expecting it. Do it. Do it. Come on. You know you want to. Imagine that's the first play of the game. And honestly, depending on who he uses it with, it'll either piss me off or it'll make me very happy. Right? But yeah, really, nothing else really changed. Right? But overall, people say this team is like a 5 or 6 win team on paper. Knowing the Browns and how they do things, somehow this team's gonna win like 9 games, and that's gonna piss people off because they want a top pick. Now, would I be mad if we got 9 wins? No, I'm not gonna be mad at all because we have a winning record, right? So I'm not gonna be mad at all if we win games. I can't believe there are gonna be Browns fans who are gonna be mad if we win because they want 2 high draft picks. I don't really care, to be honest, right? It is what it is. Whatever happens, happens. I'm not expecting much at all. But yeah, so overall, solid unit on paper. I just need these guys to stay healthy. That's it. Now getting into the actual game itself. Of course, starting off with the series history between these two. Of course, Cincinnati does lead the overall series 55-48. And of course, they swept us last year. And Cleveland's last win came week 1 in 2023. And that was what I would call a certified beatdown. Yeah, or as they call it now, BTA. Boot to ass, not belt. No, no, we didn't use a belt for that one. We used our boot. Yeah. No, they didn't get the belt. They got the boot. And we punted them into the lake. 24-3? Damn. That was when this fan base was happy and Deshaun Watson wasn't garbage. Yeah. And then, of course, he got hurt later that year. And here we are. Now, my keys to victory, it's pretty simple. Number one, take care of the ball, right? Don't want to give that offense any more chances to beat you than they're already going to have. That is a very good offense over there. And Jamar Chase is very good. T. Higgins is really good. Joe Burrow is one of the best in the NFL. You do not want to give them more chances to score on you. But instead, take the ball away. Like key number 2, go after Joe Burrow, which I know they will. I love our defensive front. I know Jim Schwartz is going to cook up some gnarly packages to try to confuse and get after Burrow a little bit, right? You know Miles is going to get after him. I know Dash, he's trying to say, oh yeah, he's not going to touch Joe Burrow this year. I'm like, you can't stop Myles Garrett. You can only slow him down. Miles is more of a force of nature at this point. You can't stop Mother Nature. You can only slow her down. That's Myles Garrett. He's not human. You can only slow him down. It's Godzilla, right? You can't stop him. You can only slow him down. So I expect the Bungles to throw everything on the kitchen sink at Miles to try to slow him down, which would then leave all the other guys on the defensive front with one-on-one matchups, and I feel pretty good about those guys winning their matchups. Now, forced turnovers, of course. You get after Burrow and you might be able to knock the ball out or force a bad throw. And then, of course, my favorite, number 3, Stefanski ball is back. Thank God, because, man, last year, that bull crap with Ken Dorsey was so freaking bad. I mean, I know dang well, like, Kevin and them instantly regretted making that hire. I mean, the offense looked completely different, and not in a good way, compared to 2023. We really had no run game, and the offensive line couldn't block me on Twitter at that point. By the way, the Jonah Hill cosplayer is also gone too. They brought in an understudy of Bill Callahan to be the O-line coach, so I like that. See how that goes. Hopefully, the O line can return to what it was a few years ago, where it was one of the best units in the league. Because let me tell you something. You give Joe Flacco time in the pocket, you let him cook back there, good things happen, right? Especially because you look at the bungled defense, they really ain't got nobody that scares you besides Trey Hendrickson. And he'll most likely be going up against Jack Conklin or DeJuan Jones. So, feel good about that. But when it comes to Stefanski ball, of course, for those who don't know what that is, it's essentially running the ball and utilizing the play action to open up the pass. There you go. And if the run game gets going, play action will open up and then the passing game will come along with it. And of course, this year we actually have a good stable of running backs. Dylan Sampson, Raheem Rocket Sanders, Jerome Ford. If he can run straight ahead, he's good. And then eventually Quinshon Judkins should be around, so that'll be fun. And then we'll see what the rest of the offense can do. Now getting into my player to watch. You already know it's Myles Garrett. Enough said. We've seen what Myles does against the Bengals in the past. He's going to be extra hungry this year. Extra motivated. Yep. He's going to want to go out there and just tear Joe Burrow limb from limb. Especially with the guys around him now. Right? Can't wait for that. You didn't mention, too, last year he was dealing with a foot issue most of the season. That slowed him down. This year he's essentially fully healthy. So let's let him loose and let him wreak havoc. And then my pick for this game, my prediction. Actually, before I get into that, let's take a look at NFL Network's predictions for this game. And as you see, all but one person picked the Bengals. Okay. That are going to be unanimous, which, as you know, with NFL Network's picks, when there's a unanimous thing, it's bad juju. So Gordon just had to be that person, right? Good job, G. Gordon. Good job. You believe in us. By 1 point, too. Ooh. That'd be fun. Imagine we beat him by 1 point. That'd be tough. Now, my prediction, give me the Browns 27-21. Defense finishes the job. late in the game after we hit 2 field goals to go up by 6. And we get out of this game 1-0, and I'm on Twitter trolling the hell out of Dashy again, and we're feeling good heading into week 2. Now, what's really funny is, because I know y'all are like, wait, you mean to tell me you're not going to go out and troll the hell out of Dashy in this video, talk a little trash? No, because I watched his video earlier today and he actually didn't talk trash about the Browns. He simply just talked about the game, right? Now, the funniest thing that I heard from his video today was that during his video, he said his video was sponsored by Coca-Cola. I'm like, ain't no way a big ass company like Coca-Cola gonna sponsor your little ass channel. Joe sub 1,000 subscriber have an ass. This channel isn't even at 1,000 subs, and he thinks a big ass company like Coca-Cola gonna sponsor him just because he shows himself on camera drinking on Coke. Hey, look at me drinking Powerade. My channel, this video is sponsored by Powerade. Oh, I just realized orange Powerade. Yeah, let me get. No, just because you drink it on camera does not mean you're sponsored by them. It's just good product placement. So yeah. By the way, Powerade, if you want to sponsor your boy, I'm down. So yeah, when it comes to this game, I expect the Browns defense to try to go out and enforce their will. And oh, by the way, look who I found here. Yeah, it's the Rally Cat. Hey, what are you doing, huh? Who do you think gonna win this game on Sunday, huh? Who do you think gonna win? Huh? Who do you think gonna win? You think the Browns gonna win? Huh? Okay. Oh, you think the Bengals are ass? Hey, my kind of cat. Cat. He said the Bengals are ass. Nah, but I think the Browns defense is going to dictate this game. They're going to set the tone. And if we know Kevin Stefanski, he's going to cook up a killer opening drive. And then the defense is just going to enforce their will from there. Simple as that. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to wrap this video up. As always, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit that bell. And I will be live with my guy Ohio Game Talks OGT on his channel on Saturday night at around I think 9:30. So yeah, I'll be live on his channel to talk about the game, and I'm gonna try and keep it civil. Not gonna talk a lot of garbage because, believe it or not, me and him are actually fans of the same teams. Low key, love them of course. Ohio State and Cavs. Yeah, so that'll be fun. But as always, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell. And I'll see you guys later. Go Browns. I'm Crazy Dog. Screw the damn Bengals. Screw Cincinnati. And why can't we just take Cincinnati and just push it somewhere else? Just push it across the river to Kentucky where it belongs. Okay? But yeah, with that being said, go Browns. I'm Crazy Dog. And I'm out. Bye bye. Yeah.